winter coat. Um, Find something I haven't done in 30 years, but anyway. So let's talk about the midterm in November, a couple of days, weeks from now. Um, First of all, Trump initially said that we need to build this wall. Well, these GOP guys have the power to pass this now. They need to get their asses in gear and get it done. As for the illegals, it's really simple. Instead of making it a misdemeanor, it's a federal offense. If you cross the border, one step into the United States is a crime. Stop making it into like a cheap ass dinky thing that they can get away with it. No, you step into the United States, you found you illegally, you need to be prosecuted as a federal offense. By that, you can never become a U.S. citizen, never become a U.S. citizen if you have a federal offense. This problem must be solved overnight. You give all the illegals in the United States 48 hours. Well, you know what? Give them 2 weeks to pack up. I'd even give them 30 days. You got 30 days to leave. I'm sure the United States taxpayer will grant you a bus ticket, help you out, get you out of the country, and get you back to Mexico, wherever you come from. Doesn't matter if you're from South Africa or you're from wherever the hell you're from, China. I don't care. You're out. Do it legally. In 1995, I got a green card. I went through the ringer. It took me 7 years to become a U.S. citizen, and believe me, I went through the ring. And it is not fair on all the other people that had to stand in line, that have stood in line to become a U.S. citizen. I'm even considering that we should start a GoFundMe thing to help Trump and show the support of all the people in the United States. And everybody throws in $10. There's 300 million of us. I'm sure we'll have enough money to build that wall. As for the midterm elections, well, we've got tax breaks, which we need to make permanent, Mr. Trump. Not temporary, permanent. This Obamacare that was fining us for not buying medical insurance that everybody knows is a crock of shit. It's nonsense. It should never have happened. Politicians, you know that this is nonsense. I can't see why we need lobbyists. If these politicians are for us, how come they only get paid $140,000 a year but leave as millionaires? They're on consultancies on the numerous companies. That doesn't mean that they're working for us, they're working for themselves. You need term limits. 2 terms and you're out. As for Clinton, she sold their uranium to the Russians. The Russians have admitted, the evidence is right there. She and Obama they were running guns in Benghazi. They were caught. The ambassador was going to expose them. They killed him. They lied about it to the American people. Do we really want these people back in here? Look, I'm not for the Republican Party. I'm not for the Democratic Party. I'm not for nobody but the United States citizens. We need a third party as well. Consider this. With a strong third party, even if we don't win, we can keep the 2 other parties in line. And when a stupid decision comes up with nothing getting done, that third party will vote the right way. It'll keep them in line. We need diversity. Right now, we've got 2 huge parties that if one's got too much power, then the stupidity starts the other way. Right now, we got a bunch of communists in there, and it's amazing. I posted it on Facebook today. People are leaving communist countries to come here only to be supporting the Democratic Party who wants to be communist. Don't make sense. Think about this. Consider this as well. The medical insurance in the United States, what is the real reason we have these high medical insurance policies? It's because of liability insurance. So think about this. if you signed a waiver that you will only sue whatever doctor for malpractice for $50,000 on condition that you do a mediation or arbitration, that they can fix it first, and if they can, obviously you're going to get $50,000. But also consider this: you're now paying nothing for your medical insurance because you signed the waiver. You've joined this little system, and it's not for free. Every adult will pay $150, and every child will be $50. Now, this is the government sort of medical insurance. It's not free. You're going to pay for it. So you join this. Instead of joining the HBOs that are charging you $1,400, and you can pay $10,000 a year for your copay, and you get nothing anyway, and you spend all that $12,000 or $15,000 anyway, so you're basically getting nothing. Never mind the medicines. So consider this. So you pay $150 per adult, or $50 for your kids, each kid. Every year you're given an imaginary $10,000, everybody in the family. So there's 5 of you, that's $50,000. You're never going to use that money, never. So every year that you don't use your imaginary $10,000, it goes into the next year, and you now accumulate $20,000 or maybe $15,000 because you used $5,000 that year, and so it goes until you're 65, 75, 80, and you need a heart operation or you need something. You've got this money in this imaginary account. That's just an idea. Also, we cut out this nonsense with the medical, with pills and stuff. Back in about 15 years ago, my wife delivered a baby that was 7 months pregnant. She was 7 months pregnant. She delivered a dead baby. It cost me $8,000. When I got the bill said $1 for a wipey, one piece of wet paper, $1, and one Tylenol was $10. So consider, I decided, well, let me go pay for this. So I went to $1 and I got a couple bottles of Tylenol, which are 800 pills in a bottle for $2, and a whole bunch of wipes. And I went to the administrator of this so-called hospital, and I came in there with my bill, and I said, "Sir, I've come to pay my bill." I said, "What do you mean?" And I handed him the pills and the wipes. I said, "I think I overpaid." And he goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, the bill says $10 for a pill and $1 for a wipey. I think I've overpaid." Well, they kicked me out, but I said, "Well, you did it to me. I'm just giving it back. You can sell it to the rich people." They kicked me out, but I got my point across. So if we can get medicine that is generic medicine from Canada, from India, from anywhere that pays for, gives medicine to our people, I think that's a good idea. Universities too, it's ridiculous the amount of money that they're charging these guys. How we are losing generations of education. This has got to stop. I understand we have to pay for it. We got to pay. And there's nothing for free. Nothing. Communism doesn't work. Believe me, you're gonna have to pay for it. But listen, you got to sharpen your pencil if we want to make this work. We got to make America great again. What's quality of life? Make sure you have medical insurance, you get a pension, and you got education. Nothing else matters. Nothing. Another thing I cannot understand is you buy a house, you pay your taxes, you pay your house off, but you never own your house. How does that make sense? You're still paying some state tax on something, on your property tax. When your house is paid off, it should be done. No more paying taxes on your house. Yeah, you got utilities and all this other stuff that's going on, but I think it's absolute criminal. Something's wrong with the system. Mr. Trump, I hope you're listening, because there's things we need to change here. As for the border, why waste money in military camps on the East Coast? Put them in Texas along the border. Use our soldiers. Train them to track in the desert, guard, do patrols. You got free military training. Nobody's going to come across that border. It's free. And then put them on the Canadian border too, so they can work in the snow and the mountains and everything. And also down there in Mexico, along that border. They can find tunnels just like they found in Afghanistan. Just an idea. Save money. So you're killing two birds with one stone. As for the midterms, like I was saying, we have to vote Republican right now. We have no other choice. Do you want Nancy Pelosi? She's dithering, dipshit, stupid. I mean, please. How are we voting for these people? Feinstein. The woman is lost. Waters. The guy that thought, I can't remember his name now, but the guy that thought that Cuba, Guantanamo Bay, the island is going to flip over because he's telling a highly educated admiral. So you think if we put buildings on this island, the island's going to flip over and go into the sea. Oh my God. How are we voting for these idiots? These are people running us. We are 300 million people. And we have 500 and I think it's 554 people running us, and they can't get it right. Our budget is ridiculous. Our military is buying equipment, for instance, from say Grangers or whatever, for 3 times the cost of what they really are. Why are we doing this? In Congress, they buy a cup of coffee, $45 for a cup of coffee. We've got to fix the system, and the system's broke. It's drained. No wonder they hate Trump, because he's making them look like assholes. He's making fools out of them. He's saying, "Oh, come on, guys, where do you justify a brownie for $10? A brownie, I can make you 10 brownies for $10. I can make you 50. We need to change the system. Right now, we have no choice. We cannot have the Democrats get back in there. They're going to screw everything up. Look, Mr. Trump, please shut up. Sometimes you just babble on and make fools of us. But listen, you're doing a great job. I can't say you're not. You're doing a great job. Just sometimes you need to just take it easy, buddy. Trey Gowdy, if you're listening, buddy, we need you as the DOJ, buddy. We need you out there. We need someone with some cannonis. Sessions, I think they got something on Sessions. He's too weak. As for Rosenberg, he needs to go. I think he's lying. I think he's been lying all the time. If Trey Gowdy doesn't want to do it, put Cruz in there. Cruz will nail him. He's not scared. As for Hillary Clinton, she's a criminal. So is, I mean, how can you even justify looking at Kavanaugh when you know that Clinton was a pervert, pig, raped woman, got away with it, and you're pointing fingers at him? I'm sorry, man. Go to Me Fund, Me Too organization. Come on, guys. You want justification for what's going on? You have to stand up. All these guys you want our support, but you're not going for the real people, the people that have done this. This is just ridiculous. I can't even believe how people can think this way. Vote Republican in November, and then also start considering come 2020 that a third party, a serious run for a third party. Somebody, look, you're not going to win. You might split the vote, but you're not going to win. Not the first time, maybe not the second time, but listen, we can keep these two parties straight. And if it was me, I would put the Democratic Party into history as a useless. To the black people of America, go look at your history. Don't believe these politicians. Go look at your history. Who denied you the vote in the beginning? Democratic Party. Who was running the Democratic Party in the beginning? The KKK. Are they still running it? They've been feeding you bullshit for years, and they've given you nothing. Most of your Democratic states are run down, destroyed, corrupt, useless. And I'm not saying the Republicans are better, but I tell you right, it's far better than what you got right now. As for the cops, look, you get good cops and bad cops. Yes, is there racism in the cop system? Yeah, but the status, the statistics don't match. More white people are shot by cops than black people. Is there racism? Believe me, I've seen it on both sides. And I come from the Goldfish Bowl. I'm looking in. I came from a racist country. I came from South Africa. I saw what happened there. I came here thinking this would be even better. It's far worse than I ever saw there. Because none of you want to get together. Why are they doing that? Because they control us. Mexicans are bad people. Black people are bad people. White people are bad people. The gay people are bad people. They mix it all up and then they get you all going and you don't realize what they're doing. They're splitting you all up and controlling you. You have to all join forces and be one nation. Stop believing all these idiots with vaginas on their heads. What do they want? Oh my God, if you're talking about sexual harassment and you're walking around with a vagina on your head, how can I even take you seriously? You guys are going to think beyond this. And everybody get grandma, grandpa, every kid you know that's old enough, anybody, everybody, go vote in November. We got to turn this around. Look, Trump he says some stupid shit, but right now our economy is exploding. We produce more oil than Saudi Arabia. We're independent now. Our military is far better off. The guys have got raises. They're much happier, feel more secure in their jobs and everything. Consider the fact that Obama fired over 30 of our top, highly educated, highly experienced generals. Why? He was just trying to destroy us. He's a Muslim. You got to understand, he's a Muslim. He's supporting Farrakhan. Farrakhan hates us, white people. Most of the Democratic Black Caucus, that's even a joke too. Consider this. We're in a country where we're supposed to be equal rights and no racism, but why would you consider having the Black Awards or the Black Caucus or the Mexican Caucus or the Latino Caucus? Just the fact that you're coming up with these racist names is racism itself. It's completely ironic. It's like how can you even logically come up with something like that and tell me that that's normal? No, it's racism. You want to have equal rights, you should have no caucus. Stand up as an individual American, not as a black person, not as a white person, but as a United States American citizen. When I was in Iraq, standing with the soldiers in the middle of shit, we stood side by side. Didn't matter what color we were fighting the same enemy, and we were fighting for that flag, for this nation. And we didn't care what color it was. When a black man went down or a white man went down, we all jumped in to help him. We didn't care what color you were, my brother. You were my citizen, my countryman. It didn't matter. And then we come home and we got all these people dividing us. We can't do that. Right now we have no choice. November, vote Republican. Because we have no choice. We have nothing out there. The libertarians, they lost it. They say some of the most ridiculous. You had a chance. You messed it up. Now you got leadership that's talking twaddle. Absolute twaddle. Our future for the next 4 years is actually the next 6 years is dependent on you right now. Common Core, for crumbs. Come on, guys. That's a mess. Who put that in there? Obama and crew. Why? Is it to dumb down our children? We used to be the country to come to for education. We're the lowest in the world right now. Excuse me. Think of all the things we can change if we just did it right. To the Democrats that are there that are scared of the Pelosi, come on, guys. I saw a man in the middle of the president's speech when he first got inaugurated, and the man stood up and Pelosi pulled him down. You know what? That's cowardice. I would have stood up and told her to go shove it where the sun don't shine, even if I lost my seat. To all the Democrats out there that know what's right, stand up and vote and do this right. Make this place right. Stop feeding into this narrative nonsense. We do need a third party, and it's not because of the Republicans or the Democrats, but it's to keep this country straight. Stop the corruption. I'm sorry, if you came into the parliament, if you came into the House or the Senate, and you weren't a millionaire, you should be leaving, not a millionaire. There's something wrong with that idea. As for taxes, we're overtaxed, especially Utah. Ridiculous. It's almost 4 times the size of North Dakota. Why? And they're doing value-added tax. It doesn't make sense. You guys got to figure this out. Stop ripping us off. In the end, you're going to kill the golden goose and there'll be no money. This story about pushing more fuel tax all the time. That's inflation right there. You're creating inflation. The cheaper you make it, the more people make stuff. In that movie, what was that movie? Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. That's what Trump's doing. As for the wall, we got to build a wall. Maybe we should just start a GoFundMe thing and all of us just put our money in and screw the politicians. We do it. We the people, not them. They're worried about their own pockets. I'm out of here. Just think about what I said. Cheers.